Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Susino Hidayati. I'd like to share my final paper of Survey British Society and Culture course. In this video, I will present about the development of Islam in the British society and culture. Let's start. Every country has several religions that they believe in. One of them is Islam. The universality of Islam brings Islam to the world, not only in the Arabian or the East, but also bring Islam to a world with a culture that is contrary to its origin, the Western world. Islam is a religion revealed by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala to the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam as the last prophet and apostle to be a guide for the lives of humans until the end of time. Islam is a religion that believes in one God, that is Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. The universality of Islam brings Islam to the Western world. One of the Western world is England or Great Britain. Britain is a place where people and culture mix. The city manifests as a global city, an international city. Britain is multicultural country and society, opens doors and opportunities for Islam, and its adherents can increasingly maintain their existence in the world, especially the Western world. Therefore, it is important to find out more about the activities of Islam in the UK throughout its historical faith and contemporary faith. Okay, the development of Islam in Britain. Islam does play a role in advancing world civilization. This is evident since the 7th century AD. Islam had been almost spread in all corners of the earth from East Asia, Africa to Europe. On the European continent itself, Islam had built civilization in Spain in 960 until 1002 to become the most cultured city in Europe, with dozens of cities, libraries, and features, not to miss mosques and places. Okay, the development of Islam in the UK itself from the time of introduction of Islam in Britain was facilitated by the existence of 1 million Muslims in Britain among the 25 million Muslims in Europe. The city of London in the UK is the center of most Islamic centers and Islamic organization in Western Europe. In the 12th century, the first to introduce Al-Quran to Europe was Robert Cotton, an English scholar who translated the Al-Quran into Latin. The entry of Islam into Britain around the end of the 18th century AD and early 19th century AD. The early history of the entry of Islam into Britain began with the immigration process. Nearly all passes or webs of the entry of Islam into Britain were dominated by immigrants from South Asia such as Pakistan, Bangladesh, and India. These Muslim immigrants are the largest of community in the UK. The largest even reached the third in Europe after France and Germany. At the time of the arrival of Islam in Indonesia was also not different with Britain. The spread of Islam was carried out by Arab traders and assisted by Persian and Indian traders. The 7th century AD was the beginning of the arrival of Islam. At this time, only a small portion of the population was willing to embrace it, because it was still in the power of Hindu Buddhist kings. The history of the entry of Islam into Indonesia and the process of its spread took place a long time from the 7th century to the 13th century AD. Okay, below is a table of the development of Islam in British. Say the new number showed that in 2016, 5 years after the 2011 national census, there were 3,138,000 Muslims in England and Wales, up more than 400,000 from 7 million over 5 years. This represents an increase of around 16% as part of the UK population. Assessments show that Islamic religious groups reached 5-6% in 2016 compared to 4-7% in 2011. Although Britain has applied the principle of multiculturalism in their country, it is not uncommon for Muslim population to be challenged by the EDL or the English Defence League, and secondly from the overall Caribbean circle. The English Defence League or EDL is a protest movement that opposed what is considered Islamization. Muhajirun, who opposed the war in Afghanistan. Their group consists of hardline Christians, Jews, gays, Sikhs, and even hooligans. Next, there are some Muslim figures who are well known in the UK as one form of life dynamic in British. As for the figures as follows: the first, Sheikh Abdullah William, from 1856 until 1932, and then Marmaduke Pickle from 1875 until 1936, and then Yusuf Islam or Cat Stephen, and the last Lauren Booth. I think that's all for me, and I'm so sorry if I have many mistakes. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.